Hello, Internet, and let's just go through a few things before we get into any kind of games. First, I want to say thank you to Aaron, Cybertron, who, as I'm sure you know, has been using my team over the last week to play on BattleSpot with, which is quite interesting. I suppose it's somewhat of an honour to have, Cybertron, this big now VGC personality on the internet, whatever, using my team, which is quite nice. It's very interesting to see him play the team, basically. But thanks for giving me a shout out and sending some people my way. So you new people, my new subscribers, hello to you. Let me just briefly introduce myself if you haven't seen me before, or you've just come over from Aaron's channel. My name is Barry Anderson, Baz Anderson online. Came 9th at Worlds in 2013. Last year I won the Nugget Invitational, which is like the most prestigious online VGC tournament there is. I've just recently become the first ever European regional champion as well. So this season's been going pretty well for me. As of right now, as the championship points stand on the official website, I am number 1 in Europe, although Kelly, an Irish guy, he's got, Canadian living in Ireland, he's got 1 Premier Challenge points, yet to update, which will put me down in a second, but it's been going well for me. As well, just before we get into any more games, I just want to share with me my reflections on the game I uploaded yesterday. Now, hopefully you've watched it. Hopefully if you did watch it, you put it at times 1.5 speed or something, because it was very long. My live game with Marcus, Yoshi from Germany, who is one of the best players in Europe, and I'm sure he's had some good finishes at Worlds as well. He's a very, very, very good player. Now, I won the first game, he won the second and third games, so obviously I want to reflect on it. I want to reflect on the first game as well, because even though I won that game, I probably should have taken Scizor in that game, so that's something that I should bear in mind in the future, although I did win that game. The second game is the one that discomforts me most, because I was in a good position. He didn't take Heatran, and I basically should have played Scizor a bit more aggressively. I think I should have either gone for another Swords Dance or some more important knockouts with it, I guess. The third game, it was a very awkward game. I think it went downhill from me on the second turn, where I basically went for an encore, a very safe encore onto his Kangaskhan, where I basically could have foul played and bullet punched the Sylveon to knock that out, or I could have played it completely differently. And it's always, when you get top players playing each other, it's always very interesting because it can go either way. It just it just happens to be what happens, at that time, I guess. But very good games, interesting games. I'm not disheartened at all by the loss, because those games were winnable, and Marcus is one of the best players that I could have played, basically. And also with tournaments like the major that I was in, he knew the team that I was going to use, or he had a very strong suspicion, so he could, sort of cater his team a little bit to playing mine as well. He did have the goggles on the Sylveon, even though that didn't come into play. I'm pretty sure the Landorus actually might have had a Lumberry. I'm suspecting he had a Lumberry on that as well, just to prepare for Breloom. He had Inner Focus, I'm presuming Kangaskhan. His Heatran, looking back on the video, was actually faster than my Cresselia with those leftovers turns as well, so it was quite a fast Heatran. Maybe it was timid, so interesting, very interesting, but enough waffling. So this is this is my team. Just to erase any kind of confusion, I created this team back in 2013. It was also used by Sagen, or a similar version of it. Strangely, we didn't collaborate on it, but we both ended up with something very, very similar, which in such an open format as 2013 was actually quite strange. But I suppose it happened like that way. And I'm just going to use this team just because thanks to Aaron, thanks to Cybertron sending a lot of you this way. So hello new viewers. I'm just going to use this team. This is the team that I'm known for. So we're going to get into some games, just a couple. I've been waffling a bit, and play them out, see how they do. So we've got a Mega Venusaur here, which Cresselia can deal with quite nicely. Not too used to playing Staraptor, which could be a bit of a problem, but I don't know. The first question is, do I want to lead with Liepard? Now, interestingly, watching Cybertron play his games, he leads with Liepard and Brillium quite a lot, and I honestly don't. So, you know, it's one interesting note that I've made. I might want to lead with Liepard here just to try and take care of this Staraptor a little bit more, but really, I think I'm going to lead with Brillium and Thunderous. I definitely want Cresselia, and I want Terrakion in the back as well. So, let's see how we go. Okay, so he is leading with Staraptor and Venusaur, so Brillium can't really do too much here. He has got his Grass type out, so if his Staraptor Brave Birds Brillium is going to go down to its sash, I could get a Spore off here, but the Staraptor might double-edge the Thunderous even. I mean, it has got Intimidate, so it's probably Scarfed. It might not be banded. The Staraptor as well, it is threatened by a Thunder Wave, but I'm going to Spore. I'm actually going to Spore this Staraptor, and I'm going to Taunt this Venusaur. I don't want to risk any kind of Sleep Powder or anything like that. Oh, okay, so he just uses Final Gambit. Okay, well, that is another option, and he Sludge Bombs the Brilliant. Okay, so that turn worked out, I would say perfectly for him, but he did lose one of his Pokemon in the process, which is obviously the downside of using Final Gambit. So here's his Heatran. Now, Cresselia is sitting here quite nicely. The Heatran might Protect here on my obvious Spore, so I'm going to Protect to bait that out, and I'm going to go for a Calm Mind with Cresselia. Yeah, so I bait out the Protect here. This Venusaur is taunted, so he's probably targeting Brillium. Yeah, he is. And, okay, so that worked out perfectly for me. I saw Brillium protected before Heatran as well, so I know it's faster. I can Spore this Heatran and get a Psychic, a nice chunk of damage off on this Venusaur. So, yeah, that's very nice. So even though Brillium isn't going to go down here, even though the game started off, you know, quite shaky, I suppose. The turn one, it looked like maybe he you know, had the advantage. He lost a lot of momentum using his Staraptor as well, because he can't juggle his Intimidates or anything like that. But I suppose he didn't really have anything else to, unless he's got maybe Terrakion in the back, to reliably take care of my Thunderous. But we saw that Cresselia is actually faster than Heatran as well, so I do have Hidden Power Ground on my Cresselia. I'm just going to play this safely then. I'm just going to Mach Punch and Psychic. If he's got Bisharp, then maybe he'll bring that in for his Venusaur. If his Heatran wakes up, then you know, maybe he could be in a little bit of a pickle, but okay, so it wakes up, and it's probably going to, yeah, it knocks the Brillium out, but I'm not too worried. Heatran is in Hidden Power Ground range from Cresselia now. So let's just, oh, it is Bisharp. Okay. Now, will a Sucker Punch knock Cresselia out? That is, that's obviously the main worry here. Bisharp could have a Sash on it as well. Okay, so, I mean, really, seeing as he did have Bisharp in the back, he might have been better bringing that in for Venusaur last turn, because as Heatran did wake up, my Brilliant went down there. So, I don't know. Bisharp tend to have either Focus Sash or Life Orb. If it is Life Orb, maybe a Sucker Punch could knock Cresselia out. But if it is Life Orb, then I can basically just close combat the Bisharp and knock it out. So, really, am I happy to just close combat and Hidden Power Ground here? I think I am. I'm just going to close combat and Hidden Power Ground. Okay, so, yeah, that's fair enough. It had to be one way or the other. Yeah, and that knocks it out. So, yeah, that's one game locked up and won now. And it doesn't have a Sash, so presumably it does have a Life Orb. So if he did go for the Sucker Punch on that turn, he would have, well actually, thinking back, if he did go for a Sucker Punch, if that did knock the Cresselia out, which, I mean, I think it might have been close either way, even with a Life Orb. If it did knock the Cresselia out, and I got the close combat off onto the Bisharp, he could have Earth Powered, and with the special offense drop, might have potentially knocked Terrakion out. So the game wasn't completely locked up there, but I'm just doing these games, you know, really quickly. I'm not, you know, thinking too much about them, honestly. Now we've got a Sylveon, which and Cresselia, which, if you did see the game with Marcus, was a little bit annoying to play with. It means that I'm not necessarily forced to take Scizor, because my other Pokemon can sort of hit it quite hard as well, Brillium especially, with a Bullet Seed. But he's got the Charizard, obviously, to protect the Sylveon from Scizor. He doesn't have anything with Wide Guard, which is quite interesting, but he does have potentially a Scarfed Landorus, which can obviously threaten Terrakion with an Earthquake. Amoonguss can be a little bit of a pain as well. So I'm actually going to lead with... see, I want Thundurus here. I think I do want Thundurus. And... Thundurus and Brillium I think is quite good. I don't want Terrakion, and... Do I want Scizor? Because I kind of want Cresselia as well. But... I'm going to take Scizor. I might regret not taking Cresselia, because it hits the Amoonguss very hard. Obviously, that is the main reason why I do want Cresselia here. Because with Brillium and Thundurus, Terrakion and Scizor, I don't really have anything that can hit Amoonguss really hard. Obviously, I can taunt it, but I've just got to play around Amoonguss quite carefully here, I think. Okay, so we've got Sylveon and Charizard. Obviously threatens with a Heat Wave and a Hyper Voice. The Sylveon obviously is threatened by a Spore as well. He could bring the Amoonguss in for the Sylveon. I can't switch Terrakion in happily, obviously because of the Hyper Voice. So I'm just going to play this really simply. I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt and a... Okay, no switches. A Thunderbolt and a Spore. Okay, so interestingly, Brillium is faster than even this Charizard. Oh, he gets the burn on Thundurus, which is a little bit unfortunate. And there's no Sleep Talk. You don't really see Sleep Talk too much on Sylveon anymore, which is, good. I'm thankful for, to be honest. Alright then, so he could bring Charizard out for the Amoonguss this turn, because obviously I can Spore it and I can just Thunderbolt it. Amoonguss is very good for that. So I'm going to actually bring Scizor in, and I'm just going to Thunderbolt the Charizard. If he does bring the Amoonguss in, I can Spore it and start setting up with... taunt it and start setting up with Scizor here. Yeah, that's good. Oh, it has got a Sleep Talk. Oh, okay. So... that makes the game a little bit more difficult. That makes the game very difficult, actually. I'm gonna put Brillium back in here. Yeah, that's not good at all. Caught me off guard there. Right then. Interesting. So we've seen he has got Charizard. I've got my Terrakion in the back as well. He might want to switch the Sylveon out. I'm expecting him to basically Spore the Scizor. So I'm going to try and get some damage on this Sylveon. Okay, so there's no switches. And he's Rage Powdering, which, okay. Sylveon actually goes down. Ooh, I got a little bit lucky there. No, not Cybertron this time. Okay then, so yeah, this is, another... it's a good thing and a bad thing, because in 2013, Brillium could always just Spore Amoonguss. So Amoonguss sometimes had Lumberry to basically eat the Spore up and Spore it back. But it also means that I can Spore this Charizard without any threat of Rage Powder, basically. I'm going to put Terrakion in, and I'm just going to Spore the Charizard, because I saw that Brillium was faster. Okay, so he might be going for a knockout here on Brillium with the Giga Drain. Yeah, he is doing. Okay, but at least I've brought Terrakion in quite safely now. Now, we haven't seen his last Pokemon, have we? It could be... it could be any number of things. Any number of 3 things, to be precise. Either the Landorus, the Cresselia, or the Bisharp. Now, it is tempting to go for a substitute here. he's probably not going to spore the. Yeah, I'm gonna substitute and protect. He's probably not gonna. Yeah, he's probably not gonna protect. Probably not gonna spore the Terrakion. So I've just got to. Yeah, I've just got to fear a Giga Drain just to basically eat up that turn. So the sun's gone down. I'm not messing around. I'm going for a Rock Slide now, and see, the thing is, if I go for a knockoff on the Amoonguss, even a knockoff and Rock Slide isn't going to knock it out. So I'm just going to go for a Sword Stance, because if he has got Landorus in the back, then at least I can start getting my attack boosts back up. Charizard can protect this turn though, seeing as it failed last turn. Okay, so it's Cresselia, and he's Rage Powdering. Okay, so I don't think he's playing this perfectly, but he's playing it in a way that is allowing me to get back into this game, basically, because I think a Rock Slide and a knockoff will knock this Amoonguss out now. Okay, so yeah, that's the Amoonguss gone. Oh, it's got Effect Spore and Rocky Helmet. Oh dear me, and oh, that is not good. That is not good. I think that might have lost me the game. So, so Effect Spore Amoonguss is apparently still a thing. If Scizor was awake now, then I think a Bullet Punch would even knock the Terrakion out from here. But he can just go for a Psychic and Solar Beam on Terrakion and knock that out now. So that is not good. That is not good. If he goes for a Heat Wave, and yeah, he's got to go for a Solar Beam and a Psychic. So I'm just gonna protect it. Try and get this Sleep Turn from Scizor out. Yeah, there's a Psychic, and oh, he goes for a Flamethrower. Okay, so again, he played that really badly. I could have really, honestly, I could have just yeah, I'm presuming he does have Solar Beam, yeah, and it knocks me out. I could have I could have just basically Rock Slided and won the game from there, but that Effect Spore won him that game, so that's a little bit annoying. But I guess that it is what it is. So we've been going, we're not even 20 minutes yet, so I'll go for one more game. Let's win this last game, seeing as it's a little bit annoying to lose a game on Effect Spore. But he didn't play that game too great, honestly, either way. Alright, so we've got this is a very interesting team now. Greninja, it can be a little bit of a problem for this team because it is faster than everything else, opposite. I'm going to go with, see, Scizor can be a little bit of a problem for this team as well. Just because there's some really, really unconventional things on my opponent's team, I'm not going to, just sort of disregard it. I do want to play this quite safely. Obviously, Cresselia is very good here, so I'm going to lead with Brillium and Cresselia. I also would like to take my Scizor and see the Nidoking can be a little bit of a pain for this as well. I'm actually going to take Liepard, which is very awkward, or strange. You bring me to awkward because I don't normally bring Liepard in the back. Okay. Now Scizor, if it's not Mega, which you would assume the Mega here is maybe, well, I don't know, it could be Latios, it could actually be Scizor. If it's not Mega, then they do tend to have either Life Orb or Lumberry. He could Bullet Punch and Sword Kiss faster than Brillium, I'm pretty sure, so he could Bullet Punch and Close Combat the Brillium there. But no, I'm just gonna play this, quite safe. I'm gonna Spore the Scizor and go for an Icy Wind. And let's see how this plays out. Yeah, so I think it might have confused a few people. Whenever I do these showdown sessions on YouTube, my name on here is Balsagoth. This is just one of my alts, really. If you're wondering, Balsagoth is the name of a fantastic band. They're one of my favourite bands. They're from Sheffield. They haven't released anything since 2006, though, I think. So, we've got the play that I was on about. Oh, okay. So that's put me in quite a bad position. Yeah, they're a really, really good band. Okay, now, I'm going to put Liepard in here, which might seem like a very strange move, but this Sork, I'm presuming it might even be Scarfed, and it will probably knock Liepard out, but I do want to get a foul play onto this Scizor, because looking at the rest of his team, he has got Greninja in the back, with potentially he's got Dark Pulse. Cresselia is very good against the rest of his team, so even if Liepard does go down here, I am basically setting Cresselia up to win this game for me. Now the question is, do I want... I mean, the Psychic Foul Play probably isn't going to knock this Scizor out. So I'm just going to go for a Calm Mind, actually. Oh, he just goes for a Bullet Punch. Okay. Okay, yeah, so Liepard goes down. So, you know, this is, you know, what I was on about as well. You know, Cresselia, I think, can do a lot of work on his team now. So, you know, don't don't be worried if you go 2-4 down like this. I'm not too worried. I mean, maybe I should be worried, but I'm not as worried as maybe I should be. Cresselia should be faster than Scizor, and the +1 on Psychic will knock it out. So I'm actually just going to go for a Swords Dance here and a... well, am I... Do I need a Swords Dance? Because a Bullet Punch, it might even knock out this Sork at -2 from where it is. Yeah, I'm going to go for a Swords Dance and a Psychic on this Scizor. Okay, so he protects with that. He's getting a close combat off onto Scizor. It does a nice chunk, actually. But I've set this game up to sweep through and win, basically, I think. Bullet Punch the Sork and Psychic the Scizor. The only thing in the back that I think might be a bit of a problem is the Greninja, but even then, a Dark Pulse isn't... Well, I mean, it'll do a good chunk to Cresselia. It is at +1. So we'll have to see. So there is the Greninja, and he's got Latios as well. Okay. I think he is threatened to target the... threatened so much by this Cresselia that he has to target it, but I am going to... This is a little bit tough. Because Latios... Cresselia doesn't really care too much for Latios. Greninja is the one that is the problem for me, so I'm going to Bullet Punch it, and... I mean, a Bullet Punch will do quite a lot of damage. And I am... See, the problem is, Greninja is still faster than Cresselia at -1. I am going to Icy Wind, though. Oh, so it is Mega Latias. Latios, rather. And he does have Dark Pulse, which, yeah, does 33%, which isn't too much. Dracometeor does knock the Scizor out from this Mega Latios. Thankfully, I don't flinch from that Dark Pulse. So, as long as I knock this Greninja out, as long as he doesn't flinch me, basically, I think I should have the game won. Oh, he taunts me, just to stop me from setting up any, well, Calm Minds, I guess. So, if he gets a critical hit with a Dracometeor, then I've still lost the game, but, you know, the chance of that happening in 2 turns is not high, or even 1 turn, actually. Yeah, okay. So that's this one. I just didn't want to end on that last game, so... So, you know, again, this is a good example of knowing your team really well and setting up your win conditions, because, you know, looking at the team, I wasn't too worried, even though I went 2-4 down. I wasn't, you know, too worried about that at all. But, you know, it's interesting to watch Aaron play the game. So, again, you know, thanks for joining the channel. Thanks for subscribing, you guys who have joined me just now. Yeah, first game just here went, you know, went quite well. The second game, I would have won if it wasn't for that... effect spore, but you know, whatever. And the third game, you know, that was that. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good Easter. This will go on, you know, today. This is actually my dinner break right now, so hope you guys appreciate this. I'll put this on. I'll schedule it for later on today, on Thursday. So we've got bank holidays. We've got a big long weekend. So enjoy your Easter weekend. I'm going to be a little bit busy over the Easter weekend, so I'm probably not going to be uploading anything until next week. So thank you guys for watching this. Thank you for joining the channel. Thanks for all the support. If you do like this, please, you know, feel free, like I say every time, to like and share the channel, share it with your friends, do everything that you feel like you want to. But you know, thanks for watching. Goodbye for now. Hope you've enjoyed it.